So another video about psychological topics. This is kind of more of a theory that I just came up with as I was walking. Just came from a park, and I thought of everyone's psychological reasons for doing stuff, and then logical reasons for doing stuff. And what I mean by logical reasons is that 2 + 2 always equals 4. I know some of people might say, well, it depends on how you set up the axioms, but let's set that aside for a moment, and that can be a different conversation. But 2 + 2 for some people equals 5, and they want it to be true, but it's not logically true, because it's not true. 2 + 2 equals 4. So 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 equals 4. The same addition is 2 + 2 equals 4. 4 fingers, not 5. And but some people have psychological reasons for wanting 2 + 2 to be 5, and it's kind of a principle, because it's like, if you have reasons for promoting the fact that well, it's not really a fact, but the idea that 2 + 2 is 5, and then let's say you get money, that's kind of like, that's a horrible thing to do. Of course, if you can have your own reasons, like you can tell yourself you have kids, or you have credit card payments to repay, your, I don't know, 100,000, whatever your currency is in your country, or whatever currency you use, you're 100,000 in debt, let's say. That's a lot. For some currencies, that's not a lot, so just multiply that by whatever is a lot for you. And so you can tell yourself anything you want. And for some people that can be a thing to do, and for some people it's not a thing to do, because some people start doing this and they take in excess of everything. Like, let's say they promote whatever product, and I made the example of promoting the idea that 2 + 2 equals 5, which is wrong. And then let's say somebody promotes a product. It's again, it's psychological reasons. It's not logical reasons. Like, they can tell themselves that what they do is logical, but they know they're full of nonsense. And some of them admit it, and they live with guilt if they are a sane human being, and not if there's not something wrong with them, because usually sane people have conscience. But then again, you can question, what does sane mean? Because sane for the insane is sane, and insane for the sane is insane. So yeah, it's a point of view thing, it's a perspective thing, it's a world view thing. But going back to the 2 + 2 equals 5 and promoting that idea, it's interesting how we live. Like, you look at the whole civilization, how it's built, all the banks, all the interest, giving, like, also all these political things. Political issues, ideologies, economic ideas, capitalism, socialism, communism. There's so many things going on. And yeah, I'm still kind of learning about all this stuff. A bit late to this game, but better late than never. But it's still something amazing if you come to think about it. Every once in a blue moon, every once in a while. And yeah, same goes for relationships. It's kind of like people get stuck in their own ways. They went through bad experiences. They were messed up. It's kind of like, I'm not putting them down, but they were just around events and people that just changed them in a horrible way. Like if you're around people who are high on dark triads, that's just horrible. Like some horror stories that you can hear, it's just insane if you read about psychologists curing their clients. And I'm not talking about something simple as procrastination or laziness or let's say what was it, dogophobia. I don't think that's the name for it, but basically the phobia where you fear dogs. It's not as horrible. I mean, unless you were bitten by dogs and then dogs chased you and you like thought you were gonna die, which did happen to me, but I don't have a dog phobia. These things did happen to me, but I still went to dogs because it depends on the dog. If you have a fighter dog, it's more likely that the fighter dog is gonna attack you like a bulldog or a pit bull. I mean, not a bulldog, there was something else. Forgot the name, but there are these fighter dogs. It's just in their genes. Genes affect them. And some dogs are like super friendly, like pugs, and of course unless they have rabies then you should stay away from them, but yeah. Anyway, I digressed in this one. Yeah, but the main point about 2 + 2 = 5, you can tell yourself whatever you want. That was like that's the main point. And you need to make sure that it's kind of for the right reasons. I mean, if you're a messed up person, if you're high on dark triads, so let's say you're over 50% narcissist or 50% Machiavellian. I mean, 50% is not that bad, but let's say you're totally nuts. Just let's go full-blown 80%. That's like, just no. Then you already know. You don't really care. You can just figure out how you can get away with all the messed up things you do and promote false ideas as much as you want. And for those people you out there who score 80% on dark triad tests, I hope you go through extremely joyful memories that change you forever, and you see that being a horrible person is not the way. It's not the way to live life. And then you create all this society which do drugs, doesn't care about anything, all this sexual prostitution, smoking weed. I mean, smoking weed is not that bad, but you do it in excess, that's just complete nonsense, and then you sell it to kids. Now that's horrible. Only a kind of a messed up person can do this. Also a desperate person, but another topic that is. But yeah. Alright. I'm done jumping from topic to topic. I'm gonna finish this with saying, stay a good person, get joyful memories, and you will see that it's a 10 times much better life, 100 times much better life than doing messed up things. And just for some people out there who might think I'm a messed up person, I know once you watch me, you know that I'm not a messed up person. I'm just like learning about all this psychology, dark triads, and what psychologists say. So I'm kind of intrigued by all what's going on in the world. But yeah, anyway, forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, so end of video. Stay good.